Coming up on News Live at 6, we'll take a look at the future of electric bikes and scooters in Syracuse. Stay tuned.
Plus, the city of Syracuse is working to boost its nightlife scene, how music venues are reacting.
And temperatures have been up in the 20s this week, but is this warmer weather here to stay? Details are coming right up when Live at 6 starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Well, one mode of transportation is under fire in Syracuse. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Holdmeyer.
And I'm Cora Mayer-Costa. The Syracuse Common Council met earlier today to talk about the infamous VO scooters.
Our reporter Perline Diol was at the meeting earlier and she joins us live now. Perline, what are we learning about the scooters tonight?
I'm good, thank you, Lauren and Cora. Earlier today, behind me at City Hall, the Common Council met to discuss the renewal of electric bikes and scooters in Syracuse. Take a look.
We have locations throughout the city that it's viable to put them in safe locations, bike racks.
This morning, Common Council met to discuss renewing a contract with VO, a popular electric scooter and bike company. During this meeting, VO pointed to the link between low income and low car ownership, explaining that e-bikes and scooters are critical for transportation in Syracuse. VO says that each bike averages at least one ride per day and cites Syracuse University students as the lowest percentage of VO users. However, there are still parking concerns on SU's campus.
I speak with Chancellor Severud, and he was no fan of VO bikes because I was on campus one day and I saw a mound full of VO bikes because, you know, they can go up through Euclid and there's a way where sometimes VO bikes stop. They can't go outside the city.
Council members raised their concerns about children riding VOs, improper parking, risk of accidents, intoxicated use, and the risk of lithium battery fires. To combat this, VO introduced many new AI-powered programs. This raises the question, when accidents happen, how much responsibility belongs to the rider and how much belongs to VO?
And so what we really want to stress is, yes, you're entering into a contract with a company. So you, the rider, have a lot of responsibility to take appropriate actions, to park appropriately, to ride appropriately, as well as the company itself, VO. They're also responsible to the constituents as a whole, and as you heard mentioned, working with SPD as appropriately, as well as other city departments to make sure that if we see something, we need them to fix it.
The Common Council and VO will come to an agreement on Monday. Reporting live outside of City Hall, I'm Perline Diol, CitrusTV News.
Well, Perline, thank you. And happening now, Congressman John Mannion is currently holding a tele-town hall to talk about his current work in D.C. He will be taking live questions from listeners until 6:30 tonight. Viewers can listen on the official Mannion House website. Mannion is taking questions on a variety of topics, including Micron and ICE. Mannion was also asked about President Trump. When talking about him, Mannion says he believes the president has performed actions that are impeachable.
And the Vice Chancellor is announcing changes to next year's academic calendar as of this morning. The fall 2026 semester will now begin on August 24th. That's a week earlier than originally scheduled. This semester will now end on December 8th with the last day of exams a week later. This change comes after students voiced concerns with the last day of exams being on the 22nd. Classes for the spring will begin on January 11th. The 5-year academic calendar has been updated on Syracuse's website to reflect these changes.
Mayor Sharon Owens is looking to keep young people in Syracuse beyond graduation by introducing a new nightlife coordinator.
Our Ben Ross has more details on why this new position might not be enough.
Make nights more fun. It's called a nightlife coordinator. Their job is to act as a liaison to Syracuse nightclubs, bars, and music venues. Mayor Sharon Owens says this is to help build a more fun nightlife atmosphere for the community. Julie Leone says if anything, the city has been at odds with nightlife venues. Any music venue in Syracuse has to pull a permit for every show, which can total to over 200 permits. Most cities only require venues to obtain an annual entertainment license. Things have gotten so bad, Leone says she is a part of about a half a dozen Syracuse music venues that have come together to try. Syracuse is joining 15 cities and creating a new position to make nights more fun. It's called a nightlife coordinator. Their job is to act as a liaison to Syracuse nightclubs, bars, and music venues. Mayor Sharon Owens says this is to help build a more fun nightlife atmosphere for the community. Julie Leone says if anything, the city has been at odds with nightlife venues. Any music venue in Syracuse has to pull a permit for every show, which can total to over 200 permits. Most cities only require venues to obtain an annual entertainment license. Things have gotten so bad, Leone says she is a part of about a half a dozen Syracuse music venues that have come together to try. Syracuse is joining 15 cities and creating a new position to make nights more fun. It's called...
All right, we apologize for those technical difficulties, but some exciting news for Syracuse concert goers. Jason Mraz is coming to the Landmark Theater this May. He will be in town on Sunday, May 31st with a special guest, Gregory Page. The show is scheduled to start at 7:30 p.m. Tickets will go on sale to the public this Friday on the Landmark Theater website, so make sure to get yours soon.
Now from the theater to the bullpen, the We Care Wednesday program is returning to the Syracuse Mets. This is a partnership with Excelis Blue Cross Blue Shield. Starting at the beginning of May, each month local organizations will be selected to promote and fundraise for their organization. This program has been growing for the past 3 years and provides a platform for local unions to promote themselves at a home game. Applications are now open on their website.
And now to the latest update on the fatal crash on Erie Boulevard yesterday. Police have identified the driver as 31-year-old Ty John Williams. He is the driver of the stolen vehicle who was killed yesterday when he crashed. A female passenger who was ejected from the vehicle is currently at Upstate University Hospital suffering minor injuries. The crash occurred when deputies tried to stop a reportedly stolen minivan.
The Syracuse Auditor is introducing new legislation. The good cause eviction law requires landlords to have a valid reason to evict their tenants. It also says rent increases of more than 10% are presumably unreasonable. The city auditor says this is critical with the city's eviction crisis. The law has not yet been adopted in Syracuse, but has support from multiple members of the Common Council and Mayor Sharon Owens.
An apartment complex renovation in Syracuse is facing several delays. The Lifestyles apartment building, formerly known as Skyline Apartments, has delayed its opening. This is causing concerns about affordable housing for locals. Mayor Sharon Owens says the city is in contact with new owners, and the investment group has agreed to meet certain deadlines to keep up their progress. The renovations have been going on for the past 2 years. The property will not be ready for tenants for at least a couple more months.
And similar to that housing project, Parkside Commons in Syracuse is also set for a major revamp. City leaders say the project will bring significant upgrades to the aging household complex, or rather housing complex. This will include renovated apartments, improved infrastructure, and new community spaces. The redevelopment is aimed at improving safety and accessibility while keeping affordable housing options. Construction is expected to roll out in phases over the coming years.
All right, Cora, well, the sun was out shining today. It felt a little bit warmer than it has the past few days. I mean, we've just had some brutally cold days in Syracuse.
The fact that we're considering over 20 degrees warm at this point is really impressive. Our Kate Tannenbaum has the latest. What is it like outside right now?
Thanks, guys. Right now, it's about 20 degrees out there, but I completely agree with you. Today, the weather felt a little bit all over the place. We saw some sun earlier this morning, which felt great after the past couple of weeks that we've had, but then we also saw some flurries, and now we've been seeing some clouds. It's going to be overcast for the rest of the day, and the feels-like temperature is down at 13 degrees. If we look around the region, we can see that most of central New York is all between 19, 20, and 21 degrees. But after the January that we had, where we had so many days in the single digits, this feels like a blessing. Heading into tonight, we're going to have temperatures dip down to 15 degrees, and those clouds are going to stick around. So no stargazing tonight, but there is some possibilities of late night flurries, and I'll let you know more later on in the show.
Thank you, Kate. And as the temperatures change, there's one thing that might not change because Governor Kathy Hochul is continuing her re-election campaign. Today, she announced former New York City Council Speaker Adrienne Adams as her pick for lieutenant governor. Hochul's choice makes this New York's first all-female ticket. If elected, Adams will become the state's first black female lieutenant governor. Adams marks Hochul's third lieutenant governor choice in her 5 years. Her current lieutenant governor announced his run for governor last June.
And Governor Hochul also visited a child care center at SUNY Broome today. Her visit was to announce a new state pilot program to expand child care for children aged 0 to 3 in certain counties. The first counties in this program are Broome, Dutchess, and Monroe. The pilot program includes an initial investment of $60 million in state funding. Governor Hochul says it's part of her plan for universal child care to all children under 5 in the next 2 years.
In the next 2 years, every parent will know that there's a seat guaranteed for their 4-year-old to be able to have the education they need, the skills and training to be able to step into kindergarten ready to learn.
The SUNY Chancellor has announced new grant awards from the High Needs Nursing Fund. This funding is meant to expand nursing simulation experiences at SUNY schools. Campuses receiving funding through this award this year include SUNY Upstate Medical University and Onondaga Community College. The fund has awarded almost $4.5 million to campuses over the past 3 years. The Chancellor says this supports Governor Hochul's goal to grow the state's healthcare workforce by 20%.
And coming up next on News Live at 6, changes to ICE operations in Minnesota are coming. We'll have the new policies and the impact right after this.
Plus, officials from Russia and Ukraine are meeting later today. The breakthroughs to expect after the break.
Welcome to Live from Studio B.
Welcome to another episode of Culturally and Technically Legal.
Previously on Survivor.
Welcome back to the Esports Juice Box, where we break down this week's esports news into digestible sizes for easy consumption.
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the CitrusTV newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at CitrusTV News, your campus news leader.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. The number of ICE officers in Minnesota will drastically decrease after today. About 700 federal agents will be withdrawn immediately after local officials have agreed to turn over arrested immigrants.
This is roughly 1/4 of the total amount of agents deployed to Minnesota. Boarder czar Tom Holdmeyer says the ongoing enforcement operation will still continue. He did not say which local officials have been cooperating with Homeland Security.
Holdmeyer also did not say when the operation might end. This specific operation has become more controversial following 2 fatal shootings of protesters by ICE agents in the past month. And officials from Russia and Ukraine are meeting today in Abu Dhabi. This is the start of another round of U.S.-facilitated discussions about ending the nearly 4-year war. These conversations come as a Russian attack killed 7 people at a market earlier today.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says a breakthrough in the talks might not happen for a while, but he says the Trump administration has made progress on negotiations over the past year.
Russian representatives say the doors for a peaceful settlement are open, but warns Russia will continue their military campaign until their demands are met.
And the Supreme Court is now letting California use a new congressional map. The map puts 5 currently held Republican seats up for turnover.
The map you see on your screen now is the current California district map, and this map includes the proposed changes. This move comes after a partisan redistricting in Texas that favored Republicans.
Coming up on News Live at 6, I'll have your 5-day forecast right after the break. Stick with us.
Family member can lead to plenty of questions. Fortunately, there's a place to get the answers, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back into News Live at 6. We're looking at your 5-day forecast. Tomorrow it's going to be cloudy with a high of 23 and a low of 12. And then Friday and Saturday, unfortunately, we have that snow coming back with a high of 28 on Friday and a low of 4. And then Saturday is only a high of 8 degrees, and that low is in the negatives at -4. Sunday is not much better, 10 degrees as the high and 0 as the low. But then on Monday, we might be seeing things get slightly better with that high of 21 and a low of 11. And we might see some sun on Monday as well. But even though we have a little bit of a bleak forecast, we do all have something to look forward to this weekend, and that is obviously the Super Bowl. So I thought it might be fun to take a look at what the weather's going to be like down in Santa Clara. And guys, I think I want to go over there. This looks so much better than what we were seeing for here in Syracuse. A high of 67 degrees and a low of 49. Partly cloudy, almost 90% humidity, and mild winds. I would so much rather be there. But for now, I'll send it back to you guys.
Well, Kate, I'd definitely rather be there too. I mean, a break from the cold would surely be nice.
Take me
right
to
about
Santa
now.
Clara right now. That's all I have
Maybe
to
we'll be
say.
seeing you from the Super Bowl.
Fingers crossed.
This weekend. Well, we're going to revisit now a story that we brought you earlier. Mayor Sharon Owens is looking to keep young people in Syracuse beyond graduation by introducing a nightlife coordinator.
Our Ben Ross has more details on why this new position might not be enough.
Syracuse is joining 15 cities in creating a new position to make nights more fun. It's called a nightlife coordinator. Their job is to act as a liaison to Syracuse nightclubs, bars, and music venues. Mayor Sharon Owens says this is to help build a more fun nightlife atmosphere for the community.
Syracuse is the city of Central New York, and it must be vibrant.
At the 443 Social Club, manager and co-owner Julie Leone says if anything, the city has been at odds with nightlife venues.
You can't brag about these the rich, wonderful music scene that you have in your city, but then do absolutely nothing to help it and actively work against it.
Leone says the night mayor could be an exciting opportunity to bars like Harry's. However, she says the city needs to fix some things about the nightlife first.
And we're just embroiled in such a mess with the city, with the permitting process, that it just seems so wildly ironic to me.
Any music venue in Syracuse has to pull a permit for every show, which can total to over 200 permits. Most cities only require venues to obtain an annual entertainment license. Things have gotten so bad, Leone says she is a part of about a half a dozen Syracuse music venues that have come together to try to solve the permit issue.
My colleagues and I are putting a coalition of venues together to try to get some common sense reform happening around this.
Leone says policies like this are crushing local venues and causing them to shut down.
Buying new furniture to decorate your house, but you're ignoring the fact that you have a gaping hole in the roof and there's raw sewage coming out of the bathroom.
In Syracuse, Ben Ross, Citrus TV News.
Thank you.
And it's one of the best times of the year for football fans. Super Bowl 60 is right around the corner. We're checking in from Radio Row and more. Sports is next.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Well, it's almost time for kickoff in Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60 on Sunday, arguably one of the most anticipated sporting events in the U.S. Welcome into sports. I'm Brooke Kilgore. The Seahawks look to rebound against a Patriots franchise that stole a second Super Bowl ring. Meanwhile, Drake May tries to pull New England out of its rut since the departure of Tom Brady. But enough from me. Let's get the experts out in San Francisco. We have Nico and Nathaniel Cunningham here with us. Guys, it is so good to see the both of you. We're so happy to have you here. But Nico, we're going to start with you. Of course, there's a lot of talk about comebacks here in the upcoming weeks. But what is the storyline about a specific player that has really stuck out to you this week?
Well, I'd say Brandon Peely is someone for the Seahawks as a nose tackle for them that I talked to from opening night. And he's from Alaska. He's the 16th player ever to play in the NFL from the state of Alaska, which, if you think about all the states, only 16 in the history of the NFL is pretty remarkable. So, talked to him, just one school up there in Alaska, very small town. He was born northernmost settlement in the United States, and areas playing for the Seahawks. He also played his collegiate football at USC, and was the first person from Alaska to do that. So, pretty interesting story. Finding some of these guys, where they're from, their roots, their origins, and now they're playing on the big stage in Super Bowl 60.
Hey, I always love to hear more about the Seattle Seahawks, of course, but we have to turn it over to Nate. Now, of course, we come into this, both teams wanting that Lombardi trophy, but Nate, what is an underlying goal for both of these programs outside of just winning the Lombardi? Is there anything they're both trying to prove?
I think winning the Super Bowl is big enough as it is, but the fact of the matter is both of these squads want to remind the NFL and really all the fans around the world who they are. This is a Patriots team that has just been absolutely stellar their entire existence. They are one of the biggest dynasties in the NFL. And on the flip side for the Seahawks, they remember what this was like last time these two teams met in the Super Bowl. To have Malcolm Butler pick off Russell Wilson on the goal line, you want to have that attempt to right from wrongs, maybe get some revenge against this team, but get back to the mountaintop of winning a Super Bowl. So I think this sets up a storyline for both of these teams to remind the NFL who they really are. This isn't just about winning a ring. This is about becoming one of the biggest and best teams in the NFL once again.
Sports Day, you guys. What a great time to celebrate. I love being here with the both of you as well.
We're celebrating you right now.
Aw, thank you.
Sports Day.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. But we also have to celebrate all of the women who got me and all the other girls that are celebrated in the Citrus TV sports department to this point today. I mean, Beth Mowens is such a big inspiration for me. I don't know if you guys have any other female broadcasters that you like listening to, but
I'm gonna have to go with the OG, Melanie Newman.
There
Come
you
on,
go.
The Orioles, she really paved the way. It was amazing.
Okay, I have an OG too, Erin Andrews. Loved watching her growing up. She made sports more fun and interesting, you know, as a young girl. So
100%.
Happy National Women in Sports Day. It's a great thing to celebrate.
No, it really is. And you know who's also celebrating? Our Kate Tannenbaum, who will come back with your wake up weather.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to Citrus TV News. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, it's going to be a bit of a cloudy commute in the morning, whether you're on your way to class or to work. Around 9 a.m., it's going to be 17 degrees, and then up by noon, all the way to around 21 degrees. But then as we head into the evening, it's going to be back down to 19 degrees. The winds are going to be pretty mild, though, so it should be a pretty normal Syracuse day tomorrow, when we'll talk to you guys again later in the show.
Okay, Kate, thank you so much. And Cora, we're getting our Valentine's Day celebration started early because McDonald's is getting creative for Valentine's Day this year with an unusual offering. The fast food giant is giving away free limited edition McNugget caviar kits.
Now, these kits will be available on February 10th and include a 1-ounce tin of premium caviar and creme fraiche with a spoon. Now, this is way so fancy that, like, I would not expect this for a fast food chain at all.
Absolutely not. This, when I heard about this, this was the most unexpected thing I could have, ever heard of McDonald's doing. But hey, I might have to try it. Free caviar?
I mean,
that is unheard of.
Listen, what's more romantic than McNuggets with some caviar?
Exactly, and you can order in if your Valentine is going to be at work like mine is.
It's a little more private, you know. Listen, nothing wrong with that, and on a budget, it's perfect.
I agree with you. I might just have to try it, and you should try it too. Well, that's Citrus TV News live at 6 for this Wednesday night.
Don't forget, you can follow us on X and Instagram at CitrusTV News. Now, for the entire Citrus TV News team, I'm Cora Mayer-Costa.
I'm Lauren Holdmeyer. I hope you have a wonderful evening and get yourself some caviar.